Better yourself, your health is here, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence, all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show.
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Tina Ramsay, the host of the Tina Ramsay Show. And our show is all about motivating you, sharing knowledge, having upbuilding conversations centered around business, wellness, education, and life. We introduce you to some of the most amazing standout entrepreneurs and influencers who are willing to share their insight and resources with you so that you can grow. And today is like any other day. We have another fantastic featured guest. Her name is Annette Bentley Smith, and she is an absolutely amazing person when you think of the words innovative, impactful, life-changing, family. These are the words that describes our guest today, Annette, and she is amazing at what she is doing to help us be able to maneuver our way through this thing that we call life and be able to be effective with it. So without further ado, let's bring on Annette. Hello, Annette. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi. Thank you for having me.
Well, I am so excited to have you on the show today because you're talking about topics and doing things in an innovative way. And I always love to see individuals who think outside the box and able to help us have some calm, some peace in our life. And when I think about calm and peace and smiling and family and togetherness, I think of you. So I would like for our audience to get to know you a little bit better. So could you tell us a little bit about you, who you are, and what you do?
Well, again, I'm Annette Bentley Smith. I am married. I've been married for 35 years. I have two grown boys. One is 34 and the youngest one is 24. I have one granddaughter who I'll talk about. She's my latest and my greatest inspiration behind a lot of my, all of my unique products that I have. Mm-hmm. I'm a caregiver. I've done work from home. I've worn many hats, but this is my love, what I'm doing right now.
Well, I absolutely love the fact that you're not just an entrepreneur, but you are a wife, a mother, you're a friend, and you don't look like you have no children, no 30-something years old. I'm like, 30-something. I thought you were going to say like maybe in the teens. You're going to say like 30. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, in the 30s. Okay. And then you also said how your daughter is your inspiration, and also hearing about you being married 30 plus years. That is something to be very, very happy about. And so I'm very happy being a wife myself, married 22 years. Okay. So we have something in common. So when I think about all the innovative things that you're doing and how your motivation, your core, your foundation is your family, which when our audience know a little bit more, they're going to see why I say that. So what made you start writing for children? Because most people, we start out, we just write ourselves tell all book or memoir or whatever. We don't go into the children's area. So what made you go into the children's area?
Actually, my oldest son, Dan Mario, he's the one that's 34. But when he was in daycare, I don't know why this, and it still sticks with me today, but when he was in daycare, he had a Caucasian friend, and they were drawing each other. And his friend picked up a black crayon to color his face. And my son, who at the time was very literal, he got upset about that. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm not black, I'm brown. And when I picked him up that day, he was so upset and he was crying. So that turned into a lesson about skin tone, about a lesson in heritage, and being an African American. I think that's what his friend was trying to what he was trying to say. So in order to get him from stop crying, I told him, I was like, well, listen, I had to get down on his level and say, well, although I'm Black too, but I'm pecan tan. So he kind of got the picture.
Yeah.
That he is Black, African American, but like I said, that led to a lesson in learning about his skin color and his heritage and everything. So it stuck with me for years. I started hearing things on TV because you got a lot of multicultural kids and things like that. And I took a short writing class, and my teacher encouraged me to turn that into a book. So that's what I did. So the first book I wrote is called "What Color Am I?" And I turned his situation into a book, and that one book led to 13 more.
Wow. Well, you know what? When you think about what you just said, our children can be a great motivator to what we do in order to try to explain, like I say, sometimes life be lifing, right? So explain to help our children. And when children are young, they really don't understand the concept of color the way that we understand it. They just go about what they heard, what they saw, what they feel, what they hear, because they call our culture many different things, from Black to African American to people of color, to when you have young impressionable children trying to articulate, of course they're going to say Black, quote unquote. And what is in the Crayola box? A Black crayon.
Right.
I mean, literally had the same conversation happen. The same thing happened to my son, but I didn't have the forethought to do a book.
Well, I tell everybody, I think the seed was planted by my mother. She used to write us letters instead of disciplining us. She wrote us a book.
Look at it.
Explaining what we've done. Here's why I'm not going to spank you, blah, 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 blah. So I think the seed started there, but it grew with my son.
Well, listen, your mom, yeah, she definitely did, because that is a very innovative way to explain why, and building up your skills and social skills and understanding the emotional side of aspects written on paper, which we don't normally do. So she can be credited to starting this seed, planting that seed for you. And I remember vividly, my son came home. He as well had one of his friends was Caucasian, and they had to draw their families. And so okay, of course, I describe myself as pecan a little bit, maybe a little caramel, that's the way I describe myself. Then my daughter, she is pecan. My mom, she's in between, and my dad is more dark skinned. And my husband is a little bit darker than I am. And so my son comes home and he has brown people, he has Black crayon, he has all this, and then we see a yellow little person. And so we're looking and we're like, well, who that? He said, that's me. I'm yellow.
Oh my.
Because he's fair skinned. He's very, very fair skinned. So he's the lightest out of all of us. And he in his eyes, he was yellow. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And so I was like, okay. And so he said, my friend painted me Black. I'm not Black. I told him I'm yellow.
See?
So I understand what you're saying, and to see the world through young people's eyes, and to be able to create a book to make the conversation of race easier and understandable for young people to be able to digest the information and it not take them to a negative place, but a place of comfort. Kudos to you, because that's not an easy topic to talk about. I mean, by no means. So what we're going to do right now, Annette, we're going to take a commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk more about your book. We're going to talk more about the colors and laugh a little bit. And we're going to have a good time. So hold tight, you guys.
Okay.
We're going to take a commercial break from our sponsor. We'll be back in a moment. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is a magazine that embraces and celebrates the entire homeschooling experience. Our magazine is different from all the rest because we provide beneficial information and assistance in homeschooling, business, wellness, mental health, resources, and life. We encourage you to pick up a copy of our magazine today on Amazon.com by simply searching the Homeschooling Interactive Magazine. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is all about impacting the world through home-based learning, helping to de-stress the homeschooling experience. Get your copy from Amazon today.
For anybody that knows Tina, she's all about visibility, she's all about connection, and she's all about helping people create a source of income through monetization. And so, again, Tina is just really good at what she does. If you've not connected with Tina, if you've seen her show or heard her podcast and you're thinking about connecting with her, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. As a result of my connections with Tina, she has helped me with recruitment of speakers for my upcoming event. She's also helped me to recruit several authors for a few of the book projects that I have had the opportunity to produce in this past year. And in all, Tina's just a really great person, that she's genuine in helping entrepreneurs in reaching their goals. So again, if you have not connected with Tina, be sure that you do. The Tina Ramsay Show is definitely a great venue for you to connect with other entrepreneurs, to connect with other individuals that are going to be interested in your service or your project. This is Tiffany Bell. Again, you are watching and listening to the Tina Ramsay Show, and I look forward to being able to connect with you.
Well, just like that, we are back. And I come along with a friend whom you might ask, the amazing Annette Bentley Smith. And before the commercial break, we were actually talking and discussing about colorism and how children see color different than us in the ways in which they describe colors. They say them and then they depict them in certain ways based on the Crayola box, but based on their observation and through a situation that happened with her son and his Caucasian friend at the time, which was similar to mine. The only thing different is that Annette took it to the next level. She wrote a children's book that led to 13 other books. So with that being said, Annette, please tell us about Storytime, Plush, and Sheet Tales, because that's amazing. And how did you come up with such an innovative idea?
Well, first I will talk about Storytime Sheet Tales. These are my bed sheets. It actually has an entire bullying book printed on it. I had a friend whose little girl was bullied. She was in first grade and she was bullied by a fifth grader. Mm-hmm. And it's called Naira's Bully. I wrote a book about it as well. So I took this book and had it printed on bed sheets. I'm literally turning your child's bed into one big book. So that way you can have that discussion with your child before you go to bed. They'll have that on their minds when they get up in the morning, wondering if they are being bullied or if they are actually a bully. And not only does it have it has the text, it has the illustrations on it. I mean, the flaps on it opens up like a book. You can see the illustration underneath the flap. It has a word search game pertaining to the book. It has questions, general questions. It has a keyboard to entice children to type in their own or make up their own stories. It has positive word quotes on there. So yeah, that's Storytime Sheet Tale. So it's all about bullying.
Wow. Listen, you say all that wasn't like Amazing. Like you just went through that. It does this. I'm like, what? Okay. Let me pull you right on back. Let me pull you back because we got to break this down. Like literally, you made bedtime fun. One of the biggest problems with us as parents with little ones is getting them to go to bed.
Right, exactly.
And the fact that you was able to be so creative and yet again, Annette, you're touching on a topic that is not easily discussed, but making it very easy for us to navigate as parents, because we as parents don't even always have the right languaging and the right terminology for when our child is being bullied, because Mama bear, Papa bear come out like something about my child. You lose all rationality at some point, especially when it started affecting your child. So the fact that you was able to take a situation from a friend, yet again, create another book. This will give your mama her credit. We gotta give your mama her credit. We gotta give her credit. You took the time to write and make a book and make her the character, which empowered that young girl, empowered her. And then you making it so interactive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, when you were saying, I was like, what? Did she say the sheet is a story? And they did it.
Yes, the sheets are a story. And I love how, I don't know, my brain is over creative, I say. It has such an imagination. But you can unzip the flap, you can unsnap the flap, and it also has Velcro. So that kind of helps a young one with eye-hand coordination. So to reveal after they read the story, and then they can unveil the illustration, via zipper, snap, or Velcro. So, and it's a twin size bed sheet, so they can lay it on their bed, they can lay it on the floor, or whatever. But it creates conversation as well with the child and the parent.
Oh my goodness. And being in the field of special education, when you said the flap, the zipper, the Velcro, that helps with occupational therapy. That can be a form of them working and being able to build those fine motor skills as they're reading, as they're building in these concepts. And I heard you say something else that I thought was very interesting when you said that the children, if they're being bullied, they can identify if they're being bullied or if they are a bully. That
Exactly
is powerful, because sometimes children mimic behavior which they don't understand, exemplifying a negativity, but they don't really understand it. So you're helping them through these fine these soft skills that we're lacking today due to all this good old technology. We're losing these soft skills. So, wow. That's all I have to say. Wow, Annette. I'm like, I'm grown and I want me a twin size. I want mine.
Okay, and then finally, this has become really dear to me. This is Kobe. Of course, he has his name on the back. Yeah. No, it is not from the basketball player name. I took Koala Bear and took the KO and the BE from Bear and named him Kobe. But Kobe will play 5 of my children's book stories by pressing his ears. He will play soothing music as well. He holds a book here where you can input a picture of the loved one whose voice can be downloaded to the bear. So all you have to do, he has a USB port here. Here. He has a USB port here, and you just connect him to the computer. For an example, my mom is ill right now, and my siblings and I, we all got together. We did a recording for her and her husband. We put it on the bear, and we all got together, and she and allowed her to listen to it. And this just creates connection as well. children, who have a hard time being away from their parents. You have parents who are still unfortunately deployed. And even adults, people, they're like, well, you say adults too. Mm-hmm. Alzheimer's, people who are in their late stages of Alzheimer's, their kids or their adult kids can download their voices to the bear, and or music, anything that can help them with their memory. Mm-hmm. And I thought about people, someone else brought this to my attention, people who unfortunately are dying and maybe they want to leave some last words, that can be downloaded on to Kobe. He has a patent pending module on there. So this is not your, you have those 30-second recording bears out there. Mm-hmm. This right here, I actually put, I think, about 40 Bible stories on here for one of my customers. It's a huge module. You can put stories, messages, songs, whatever you want to put on here, you can download it to Kobe. And that's what I love about him.
Wow. So aside from the interactive blanket for the twin bed, you took it a step further and made it personable, where it can form connection. And if COVID didn't teach us anything, is it taught us that we need connection. Okay. Mm-hmm. When the world shut down and we lost a lot of connection because we could not travel, we could not do this and that. And so the fact that you was able to take something that is normally loved by all, usually when a baby is born, you get some type of stuffed animal, but it's just there to be cute. All right. Mm-hmm. But and I also thought when you actually said about being used for last words, I also thought about it can be used as for parents who may know that they're dealing with a terminal illness and they're not going to be there for their children later on, and they can be reading, they can plan ahead and read out, okay, at 18, this is what I want to tell you, at 10 years old, all kind of different things that we want to say that we might not be able to say, or it could just be something real cute between the husband and the wife and saying, I love you. Remember when we had this song? Remember when you were 16?
Right.
It could be something really cute. And so, it's so many different ways that you can use that bear. We're authors. I'm an author. I can download my book and send that to somebody, be therapeutic. It's like
hospitals as well. Kids that have long-term stay in the hospital and parents have to be away from them. They can put stories, they put their voice on there there's just so many entities out there, so many different ways Kobe can be used for. Wow.
I'm very intrigued and also very satisfied to know that this is a viable option. And also speaking about our mental health and wellness. And so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take a commercial break, but when we come back, I want to just talk about a little bit, have a small discussion on how it can help us from a mental health standpoint when we're dealing with anxiety, panic, or maybe the loss of a sibling. How your Kobe bear is more than just a bear. Okay, it's more than just a bear.
More than just a bear. Love that.
Yes, and we'll be back in a moment after the commercial break from our sponsors. We'll see you back in a moment.
Join the She Trucking Foundation today and be a part of a supportive community of women in the trucking industry. Unlock exclusive access to valuable resources, including mentorship, educational workshops, and networking opportunities. Whether you're an experienced professional or just starting your trucking journey, She Trucking is here to empower you and help you thrive. Visit www.shetrucking.com to join us and drive your trucking career to new heights.
a really great experience on the Tina Ramsay Show. I felt like she really asked some valuable questions that can help a lot of people, especially in regards to monetizing. And so the vibe was great. I honestly wouldn't mind coming back on again if she invite me. And I felt like the conversation just flowed. So I am super happy, and I can't wait for the show to air on every single platform out there. And thank you again.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
And just like that, we are back. And I come along with a friend whom you might ask, the amazing Annette Bentley Smith. All right. So you guys, from before the commercial break, we was actually speaking about all the different various ways. And I like to say, give you a new word of the day, multifarious. That's just a fancy word that means variety. Okay. So go look it up. Add it to your vocabulary. All right. And so her bear is multifarious. Okay. Because it has a variety of different uses in order to help you. But also one thing other than giving you a great way to have story time, her plush sheets, which giving you an amazing thing to get your children begging you to go to bed at night, begging and pleading they're going to want to go to bed so they can have all these interactive story time and interactive playing. But another thing, because we actually talked about how it's not only for children, but it also can help adults. And speaking about adults, going into mental wellness, and right now in our country, and I pretty much feel like all over the world, we're battling with mental illness from anxiety, panic, depression. So I feel that your Kobe bear can really be an asset to be like a stress easer to help them cope with anxiety and tension and all of that. So do you feel that your bear can help us with that?
I do. I actually call him my comfort and wellness toy. So, I mean, that's teddy bears, plush toys is growing. I mean, because it brings comfort and wellness. It helps ease anxiety and tension. You're not, you putting all your focus on something that you can hold, something that's cuddly and soft, and, something as far as kids they can pretend to talk to and talk about their anxieties or, whatever their troubles are and problems are. And adults can do the same,
Mm-hmm. I feel that it is a great alternative to having a live pet. Because many times, I mean, the cost of food is ridiculous right now in this country. And when you have an animal, or what people like to say, fur babies, it's another mouth to feed. Everything that you do for a child, you have to do for your fur baby. Take them to the doctor if they get sick. You got to buy this little special food, and then you might get one that have sensitive stomach. Got to get this special made food. Trust me, I know. Okay, and so you're like, whoa, this is an expensive bill. So, and then you have some children that are more sensitive to pet fur and all of this stuff. So I can see that your Kobe bear can be a great alternative to a family that need a stress coping assistance toward a animal, but they can't, due to constraints of allergies or cost, price point, or whatever, they can't afford to do that on a continuous basis. Right. Your Kobe bear could really be a great alternative for parents because it's soft, it's cuddly, it can go with you anywhere. You don't have to feed it. Know? So, what do you think?
I agree wholeheartedly. I agree.
Yeah, I think so too. So as I'm speaking to you, I'm like, man, this bear could be used like this, like this, like that. And so when I'm thinking about your story time, plush tales, it has soothing music, it has stories, you can hold it. I love that the bear you can hold. I love that you can use it and download it. You can have it download your books or have your books downloaded. You can also download your own voice. So your children, you can be there even when you're not there.
Exactly.
You can be there with your children and they can hear your voice. I heard you say for one of your clients or one of your customers, you actually downloaded a variety of different books. So do you do customized orders for certain clients and customers?
If they ask, it depends on how many orders I get. If I have the time, I've done it for several of them, especially the older generation who are not really tech savvy, really want it, for their children. I'll do it for them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And it can be deleted, and new content can be put on there. So it started out just as a storytime bear. My granddoll, unfortunately, she's a product of divorce, and I didn't get to see her as often as I wanted to. And so she told me one day when she was around 4 years old, she's 12 now, and she says, Nana, I wish you could be here to read to me every night. And we were sitting amongst my plush toys. I love plush toys, even as an adult. I said, well, maybe somebody will create something so that I can. Didn't know it was going to turn out to be me years later. And the idea just came to me and I created it.
Wow.
So hopefully I can get this patent to go through, and hopefully I can go, further than the koala bear. I want to do many other, I have so many things I want to do.
It's going to happen. It's already done. God gonna make sure it happens. You know how we might be delayed, but it's not denied. So give it time. Okay, give it time. It will happen, and it will happen at the right appointed time. And just thinking about your twin sheets, your twin size bed sheets, and how it has that book written all over it. It's game, it's positive quotes, typing and keyboarding. I mean, just interactive playtime to help them build up so many skills. And for me as an educator, it creates an environment for them to develop a love for learning, a love for reading. And so in a world of so much tech, this is bringing them back to the core in a very fun way that they're not really understanding or really getting that they're learning, because it's so fun.
Right.
And I love it. So this will make a great gift all year round.
I hope so. That's the goal.
No. I'm telling you, it will, because it's not something that's seasonal. It's something that can always be used. And the fact that you built inside of your bear the opportunity for individuals to download things, but then we can delete it and put more information on it, is not only needed and essential, but it's priceless, because you're allowing the money that they spend to be able to be repurposed and reused during a time when we have to watch every penny that we spend. So it's just like on so many different levels. It's just your innovativeness. I'm just like, whoa, okay, because it's so ahead of the time. It's so ahead of the time. It's so innovative, and literally, Kobe can start teaching people how to do math after a while, doing them timetables.
Exactly. A teacher can get this and make a recording and give it to the parent or give it to me, put it on there for that child. They'll be always learning.
Ooh, I thought about another thing that Liz said. Would you say that it would be a smooth road or a smooth ride when parents going on those long family trips?
Yes, flight. I thought about being on an airplane, and I forgot he has a headphone port too. So
You
on
thought
those
about it.
airplane rides, long car rides, the parents don't want to hear what they're listening to. The kids can have quiet time with their bear.
Thought about everything. You thought about okay, so I got to give me a Kobe bear. Like, now, what can I put on it? Like some Bible scriptures and some, I'm like, I need me some stress soothing, relaxation. Wow. I'm just like, and I know I'm supposed to be interviewing you. Like, I'm so like caught up in this. I'm like, I want Winnie Kobe bear.
I love it.
Okay, so I know that everything that you did with all the innovation, of all the forethought, all the love, because I can see the love that you put in this. It's more than just a product to sell people. It is a centerpiece of bringing families back together and making them whole again, bringing back that connection, and also helping young people understand that even though I can't be with you every day, especially for when you have grandchildren that's far off, that they can still hear and connect with you even when you're not able to be there. And then when you are in person, then it makes it that much more special because they have already developed. I think about newborn babies and you want them to hear your voice. You can just play it and they can just so much, right? You can read these books on. So it's very, very good. And I was thinking about for children that deal with social anxiety and they need constant reminders.
Autistic children.
Yes, autistic children. And my son has autism. So they need constant reminders, cues, and different stuff like that. They can press Kobe to give them those reminders. You're going to be okay. Take a deep breath, count to 10. Just talk them through whatever it is that they're going through, and that can be written into their IEP because this is a self-help. It's not a toy. It's a self-help tool when it's written, when it's written into the IEP. And so, I'm an educator and I also work with special needs, and I have a son that has autism and dyslexia and all that. And story time was always special to us. He's a teenager now, but it was always special to us because we use audio books and videos, and I'm very animated, right? But he couldn't articulate his stuff well when he was younger because of the dyslexia and all of that. But now he can read fine, thanks to God. But I'm just saying, this would have been I can't even explain to you what this would have been had I had this when he was a little boy. But I'm so happy that so many children are going to have it now, and adults as well, especially for the stress aspect for adults to be to help us with stress and anxiety and panic. And so I know that we're talking about all the amazing stuff that you're doing and how amazing it's going to be, not only for children, but also adults, because this is multifarious. It's a variety of different things. But would you say that it's been a smooth road? And if not, what are some of the biggest challenges that you had to face along the way? Because right now we see the end result. Well, I won't say the end, the middle, because you got a whole lot more stuff you're going to do. We see the middle. So did you face any challenges?
I did. This wasn't my first prototype. I had another prototype that didn't turn out so well. I had a manufacturer that I guess it took advantage of my lack of knowledge. And they took me for thousands of dollars. The product didn't turn out right. So I ended up having to hire a person that was very knowledgeable about toys and manufacturing and, learn a little lesson. So I had to learn the hard way how to go about doing all of this, which made the road to where I am now a bit rocky, but I got there. And being a solopreneur, not really having a team to help me do this has been a challenge. So I'm really hoping and praying to for someone to pick me up as far as getting it. I'm hoping to be the second Black-owned licensed product on the shelf. There's another person out there. I don't know if I should say her name or not, but she has some products out there, and she's the first Black-owned licensed woman out there with her products everywhere on the shelves, and I'm hoping to get there. It's a hard road when you're by yourself, but I get a lot of encouragement from my friends and a lot of encouragement from my family, especially one of my brothers, my mom. They're always, when that moment I want to give up, they come along with something to keep me inspired. So yeah, it hasn't been it's been a hard journey, but I'm still, trying, and I'm going to keep going.
Yes. And that's the case with most entrepreneurs, especially when you first start out as an entrepreneur. You're more than likely a solopreneur. You're wearing all the hats, you're doing all the things, and you're incurring all the overhead and all the headaches and challenges and struggles and things that you didn't even know exist, and that's just part of it. But now you have a wealth of knowledge and experiences that you can share, and despite it all, you still rose, you still rise. And so the fact that you was able to still accomplish and get to the goal of having, even though your first prototype didn't work, and every successful person before they reach that multi-million, billion-dollar status of whatever it is that they're doing, they went through some things. It didn't go right the first time. I'm thinking about when I first did my show. You go back on some of my first episodes, my first season, second season. Lord Jesus, Jesus had to take the wheel, because it was not, so you just have to understand that it's a process. And I'm so proud of you of how far you came already. I know that if you're doing this now, I'm just like, what is in that brain to do next? Because you figured out everything. And so what we're going to do, we're going to take another commercial break, and we'll be back in a moment. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, because I really feel like entrepreneurs need to hear this. They need to see it. They need to understand it, and also see what you was able to accomplish because you did not give up. So we'll be back in a moment after these commercial breaks, and we will talk more with the phenomenal Annette Bentley Smith.
Listen, if anybody's interested in getting into podcasting, grab this book. Go on Amazon, grab this book. It goes with me almost everywhere. This book has like a workbook. It has places you can fill it in. It tells you how to monetize your podcast. It tells you how to set it up. It tells you about sponsorships. Listen, go on Amazon and get this book. And this is the Bible for podcasters. Listen, it was ranked #1 in podcasting books. Look right here. Best new podcasting book by Book Authority. Right there. Boom. And a little secret. Y'all, when you grab this book, I think it's page 43, there is a code on there. Listen, you can get access to her class, her course. Get her course. It's worth hundreds of dollars. But this book it's less than $50. Grab this book on Amazon. I'm telling you, I carry it everywhere. She is the best. Grab this book on Amazon.
Incorp Literary Works presents Kobe's Storytime Plush Tales. There are many benefits to having Kobe, a wellness and comfort plush koala bear in children and adults' lives. Did you know that comfort and wellness toys can help with anxiety, ease physical tension, reduce stress, act as a transitional object, develop a positive mood, play an important role in parenting, provides a sense of calm, and has a soothing sensory quality that reminds the child of home? Stuffed animals fit into categories such as autism, children of incarcerated parents, children with long-term stay in the hospital, parent and child connection, deployed parents, daycare centers, pre-K, Montessori schools, academies, dementia, Alzheimer's, and so many more. Ancorp Literary Works has taken a step to help keep parents, their children, and the elderly connected by creating comfort and wellness toys. Kobe is a patent-pending comfort and wellness koala bear that has so many features, such as a USB port so that you can hook him up to the computer and download your own voices, which are 30 MP3 files of your own stories, songs, and messages. It is not your typical 30-second recording. For more information about Kobe and to place an order, go to www.mrsanniebooks.com.
Yes, everyone, that was Kobe Plush Tales. Yes, an amazing bear that is just more than a bear. It's an essential tool and also resource for us as adults and children to be able to get through the anxiety, the stress, the anguish, and get to our happy place. Being able to connect our families together, whether you are at a distance from your home, from your loved ones, or whether you're right around the street, but on the other block, but you just can't be at their home every single day, but you still want to be an intricate part of the young ones in your life, or even your parents or family members that may be battling with Alzheimer's, dementia, or even your children that has special needs that needs self-help coping. So we have the amazing Annette. Yes, the amazing Annette Bentley Smith, who is the innovative creative mind behind the Kobe Bear and also the plush sheets that are interactive, which make a fantastic gift and also educational resource for us as teachers that want to change the way our children learn in a positive, productive way, to be able to speak on topics such as color. Color. Yeah. Color time. All right. To be able to speak on topics of bullying, making it very easy for them to be able to digest the information and make it fun at the end of the day. So we are back with Annette Bentley Smith. Yes, I'm so happy. So before the break, we was actually speaking about that it wasn't an easy road for you. So after seeing your what you have been able to do and what you have been able to accomplish, Annette, you should be very, very proud of yourself, despite it all.
Despite it all, I am.
Okay. And so as entrepreneurs, that's just part of the journey, and that's making for your great memoir in the future. your book, your life story that's going to be on Lifetime. It's just, because you're already a writer, because you write down everything. So you can go ahead and have your stage play or your whole movie, and I can be a casting role. I can be the peacock.
Okay.
So with that being said, everybody probably saying, okay, y'all been sitting down here talking about this Kobe Bear, these plushies, but ain't nobody telling me where I can go click and buy this. So the question is, where can our audience go to purchase this amazing, revolutionary sheets and also the Kobe Bear?
Okay, they can go to mrsanniebooks.com. That's mrsanniebooks.com. They can also go to, for the bear and the books, they can go to Amazon.com and Walmart.com, as well as they can go to Etsy for the bear. They can go to Amazon and Walmart for the bear. But for all of it, they can just go to my website.
All right. So you guys, you can go to her website, Miss Annie. Books.com, but also for those of you, she also has like 14 books, right? 14 books that can help you talk about the topics or discuss the topics with our young ones in a way that is age appropriate for our children, because sometimes as parents we don't have the right words, especially when we're dealing with colorism and bullying, and it makes it easy for them to be able to understand with visual cues so that they can see it, they can feel it. And you, as you can see, her books are beautifully illustrated. So children love cartoons. They love things with illustration because they feel like it's created just for them, right? And this was. So you can take these books as teachable resources to be able to help your children through some of the emotional things, the learning pains of growing up. So she speaks about shared love. She speaks about bullying. She speaks about color. She speaks about divorce. She speaks about so many different things that you can actually go on Amazon to find up under her author's page, and Annette Bentley Smith on Amazon.com. You can also go, like she said before, for her other things, because her books make a great gift as well. So you can be a combination of all or some. You just go get something.
Especially Kobe.
Yeah, especially Kobe, all right? And then download them books in the Kobe. So you can go to Mrs. Ann Books, that's with an S.com. That's MRS period ANNIE books BOOKS.com. For those of you that's going to be listening in later on radio and podcasting, for those of you who are watching on Roku TV and all over social media, you can see it. Go ahead and type it. Type it in. And then to make it super duper easy for you, you can click the link in the description of this video, either up here, over there, or down there. You just can click and buy, because I know y'all want to click.
One thing, take the period out from after Mrs. It's just okay. MRS.
Okay, well, listen, you guys, that was a typo. We're gonna do that again. That's without a period. That's without a period. So let's do it again. That's www.MRSANNIEBOOKS.com. Right. Make sure to go check it out today. For those of you who are listening in on radio, or you're listening in on the podcasting network, you're listening in on CTR Media Network, make sure that you go ahead and check that out. You can go and see everything that she has to offer when you go to her website, and make sure to pick up your Kobe Bear. For those of you who are looking for that next big thing, that next amazing, never forgettable gift that keeps on giving, that is the Kobe Bear. And I know that we're watching our little coins now because the economy, but this is something that is very much needed. This is a gift, like I said, that keeps on giving, because she provides and allow you to be able to reuse it in different ways. And it's just amazing. I just can't get over how many different ways you can use Kobe. And the sheets in itself making children want to run to go to bed. Okay. Go ahead.
And may I add that Master P gave it a 10 out of 10. He reviewed it, the plush, the Kobe Bear, and he gave it a 10 out of 10.
Well, you know, speaking of Master P, we're gonna go and take another commercial break. Speaking of Master P, we're gonna take another commercial break, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Because listen, since you brought it up, let's go ahead and do the thing. Okay, we'll be back in a moment.
What's up, y'all? I told y'all, teamwork make the dream work. Master P Reviews, we back on. I got Antoinette. This is Annie Corpse. This is a company. She got plush toys. And y'all see I got it. It looked good. I'm about to open it up. See what it's about. Told y'all, product outweighs talent. Don't be afraid to get you some product, get into the game. Look at this. I like the packaging. This the Kobe Bear. Y'all see that? Yeah, so this reminds me how we came up with the cereal. Me and Snoop, you see what I got on? Captain Ace. This the Kobe Bear.
I'm Annette Bentley Smith of Ancorp Literary Works. I am the creator of Kobe's Storytime Plush Tale. Kobe will play soothing music by pressing his left ear. He will also play 5 original stories that I've written by pressing his right ear. On his left hand, he has a volume button, and on his right hand, he has a download button for your own personal files. Kobe will come with his own USB cord so that you can hook the cord to the computer, then hook it to his USB port and download your own special songs, stories, and messages.
Y'all, this incredible. Just read to you, sing to you, whatever you wanted to say, put it in here and it give it back to you. I'm just telling y'all, after reviewing this, I give this a 10 out of 10. She did her thing on the plush toys. I'm telling y'all. Y'all see this, Kobe. Taking over. Yeah, keep sending y'all products in. We want more people to win. When you look at product, I told y'all product outweighs talent. And you know what, just like Antoinette did, she got us her product, and guess what? We showed it to the world. So send your product in. We want to help y'all product grow. We want people to know, bring some awareness to it, and blow your brands up. Master P Reviews, get in the game.
No idea is so whack.
All right, you heard what he said. He said, get in the game. And he gave it a 10 out of 10. So you need to go and pick up this Kobe Bear on MissAnnBooks.com. Listen, I am so excited about everything that you are doing. Let me get an ad on mine. I give it a 10 out of 10. Because literally you have thought about everything and you took a negative situation or something that could have been very problematic and you turn it into a teachable moment that just birthed so many different books and then turn around and birth the whole bear that's interactive and sheets and everything. And like I said, we're going to have to give mama her credit. We're going to have to give mama her credit.
Yes.
It started with the way that she was instructing you from a little child, and then you did your version of it. And now look what you're putting out in the world that someone like Master P is giving who is a serial entrepreneur, giving it a 10 out of 10. And I 1000% agree with him. So, Annette, is there anything else you would like to share with our audience or share with us about anything that you're doing?
No, you did a grand job and allow me to, talk about my products, how I got here. And I'm just hoping there's somebody out there that's listening or watching can help me take Kobe, my sheets and books to a whole nother level.
Listen, everyone, for those of you who are watching and listening on the replay that will later be watching on television, Annette is she is seeking individuals or an individual. It could be just a company that will help her take her Kobe Bear and what she's doing with her sheets to the next level. Come with some some partnerships that can also help the world, help her family, help her legacy, but also be able to be equally beneficial from her, okay, and you to take it to the next level because, my goodness, she has done so much on her own thus far. And so now she needs you to be an angel seed donor. Y'all know what that is. Don't play.
There we go.
You know what an angel seed donor. So all my little angel seed people out there that looking for somebody to bless.
Yes.
It's a business that you need to get in contact with her so that we want to see Kobe in every Target, Walmart, Sam's. We want to see it everywhere. TJ Maxx. We want to see it even in places that we don't even normally would see it at. We want to see it everywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
It everywhere because I really feel that this is something that should be in every school, every occupational therapy office, every old folks home, however you want to call a retirement home to be more politically correct. To be in those places to provide comfort, and especially within the children hospitals and the gift shops, because this is something that your young ones can hear your voice and all of that and be able to be read to. And sometimes our children, we have to leave to go pick up clothing when our children, I know because I have a child that be in the children's hospital, you have to leave for just 20, 30 minutes and it kills you that you have to leave them for that period of time just to take a shower, get some fresh clothes. And during that time, they can still have your voice. They can still have you there. And they won't feel that separation anxiety as strong.
Exactly.
And so this the reason why it touched me so much, because on a parental standpoint, it touches me. But also from an education standpoint, being an educator, I can see how it will help, and it touches me because you hear about so many different things. And then from a consumer standpoint, looking for a gift that keep on giving, you really took a lot of time, ingenuity, innovativeness in this project, and I'm so glad you didn't give up, and I'm so eager and anticipating to see what God is going to have in store and what He's going to do for you with all the other ideas, because if this is just the tip of the iceberg, I'm like, what else can she do?
Yes, backpack, clothes.
We ain't tell all them that yet. We ain't finna tell them. We ain't finna tell them yet.
Okay.
We got some people that was still ideas. We ain't finna tell them all of that. I'm gonna stop that right now. Y'all just
patent pending. So try all you want.
Yeah. We ain't gonna tell about her new stuff. She gonna come back to the show, and then she gonna tell you.
Yes, I am.
Once she launched it, it's gonna come back out, and then you gonna see. Because I ain't gonna let you spill all the tea. Because we got some people that try to beat you to the punch. Not today.
Okay.
No, not on the Tina Ramsay Show. We're gonna hold that. That's exclusive. But I want to just thank you so much for taking the time to be a featured guest, sharing your innovativeness, sharing your love, and also providing an avenue for us to remain connected to our family, even if we're at a distance, and also providing a tool that is so loving. Just looking at Kobe on the screen made me feel so warm and bubbly on the inside. Just looking at Kobe made me want to just hug and squeeze it in my little plush pajamas, So I really, really appreciate it. I'm gonna have to get me one for myself, for my children. Well, they might have to. That's gonna be mine. For my therapy. And so make sure you guys to tune in and watch, or I should say follow her on Twitter, which is Miss Ann Books on Twitter. You can follow her on LinkedIn, which is Miss Ann Books. You can also follow her on Pinterest, which is Miss Ann Books. You hear it's a thing? Miss Ann Books. Okay, and also you can go on Amazon to visit her personal Amazon store with showcasing her author books as well on Amazon.com, but you will look under the name Annette Bentley Smith, and make sure for you to check out to see everything that she has to offer in regards to her Kobe Bear, her books, everything. I'm telling you, everything you can find on her website. So it's an amazing way, an amazing tool for all of you. And before we go, I am a visual person, so I'm not gonna let you go without seeing her website. A little taste, just a little bit. Okay, so you can go to her website. As you can see, she has a very detailed where you can click and see the books. You can learn more about her. She has a blog, news and press, contact flyers, and her capacity statement, members, all of that. You can also go and buy her Kobe Storytime Plush Tales. Also, she has a drawstring backpack that you can support right now. And some of the reviews and some of the interviews that she has already had. And for all of you who are looking to sponsor or looking for a business to bless and you are an investor or angel sponsor, this is definitely a business that you want to get in contact with, because she is indeed doing what we exemplify here at the Tina Ramsay Show with making a positive impact in the world. So this is a business. If you're looking to put your coin somewhere, this is something that you really need to look into. And then you get into details with her now. I'm just a messenger. So Annette, thank you so much for being a featured guest on the Tina Ramsay Show. It was indeed a pleasure having you, and you're welcome back anytime.
Yes, ma'am. I will be back.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so you guys, for all of you who are watching right now, you know I always like to give you a word of encouragement before we leave. So for all of you who feel mishandled, missed the line, unworthy, I want you to know that you are worthy. I want you to know that you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. It may have challenges. It may have struggles. It may be delayed, but it won't be denied. Annette is the perfect example of delayed but not denied, and she is making a positive impact in the world. And I want you to know, if no one told you today that they love you, I want you to know that you matter to me and I love you. So until next time, what do I want you to do? I want you to do what? I want you to keep smiling. And I'll see you guys next week, same time on the Tina Ramsay Show. Thank you so much for being a part of our family, our lovelies. We'll see you again next week. Bye.
Hello. I'm going to say I absolutely loved being on the Tina Ramsay Show. Her ability to be able to ask questions, her ability to be able to showcase a female, her professionalism, the communication, the razzmatazz of the entire outlook here on the podcast was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm honestly going to give her a 10 out of 10 when it comes to her podcasting skills. And I can say this with a lot of backing because I've been on over 100 podcasts. And I'm telling you, she's A1 in my book for sure.
Well, you have any closing remarks before we head out?
Y'all, please support the movement of CTR Media Network. I'm telling you, being a part of this amazing media family, I can't go wrong, right? They have the support. They support us in all that we do. If we have questions, they take the time out to advise and mentor. So definitely check out the different plethora of shows that are on the network. I promise you, and I'm not saying this because I'm part of the family, but I promise you, you will be uplifted, inspired, educated, motivated, all the good stuff that we all need to carry ourselves out through the day. So definitely go check it out, y'all.
Awesome. I definitely appreciate it.